I got nobody here.
It's your time to shine, Joe.
Wait an hour.
Hang out for a bit.
I think I'll pass.
Yeah, we'll just wait for her to get here before we vote on the minutes and then, the design reviews. But anything else we can get started on?
Does that mean it's 6?
That's 6.
Okay, so I can start?
You can start.
All right. Call to order. Do we do Pledge of Allegiance, I assume?
Uh-huh.
All right. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So,
Roll calls. Oh, yeah.
yep, I'll do that.
Do I do the roll call or do you do it?
I can do that.
Okay, we'll do the roll call.
Carolyn Witt, Joe McGowan,
Here?
Brian Bogue,
Here.
Rick Hop, Deanna Fitzgerald,
Here.
Andrew Clary, Tim Pepsel,
Here.
Tyler King,
Here.
Jeff Patke. We don't have Al anymore. Sarah Skeen.
Here.
Did I get everybody? Mayor Hagedorn?
Here.
All right, that's it.
Okay, I guess we need a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting, which was February 12th. Do I have a motion?
I'll second.
First from Mr. Bogue, second from Mr. Pepsel. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. New business. So we have a new council member then? Is that the deal? Council liaison change?
Yes.
See, I don't even know what's going on.
Mark Hydridge, he's previously been on this commission, and then they just kind of moved
Okay.
members around.
So he's shifting, he's taking Albert's place?
Yes, he took Albert's place, yep.
Okay,
And
great.
then we still have Jeff Patke is still on, so he did not change.
Okay, okay. So that's happened. Do we need to make, we don't need to approve that or anything, correct?
No, that was
Okay.
just informational.
We had 2 design reviews approved by email, so we need to put those officially on record. One was for 15 West Main Street, a sign for Serendipity, and the other one was for a small addition on 508 West Second Street. Both were approved via email.
So we just need a first and second on those, so we can get them in the,
I'll make a
unofficial.
On both of them? Good.
Well, just
Together.
one for both.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, we issue the certificate of review for both of those properties.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. That passes. Old business, potential grants. I'm not sure, does anybody have anything to add on potential grants?
No, I can just give an update. I know the Historic Washington Foundation, they were offering low-interest loans, kind of like a grant, but as low-interest loan. We have closed that program, so if you remember hearing anything about that. We did have 2 applicants that we're working with. So that, serves its purpose, hoping to roll that back out. And then the Paul Brunn grant, I think I brought that up a couple months back, that was being administered by Missouri Main Street, that has also closed. So just 2 updates for you there. Nothing new that I know of.
Okay. Education conferences. Guess that, I know there's a rule of, we're supposed to do a certain amount of that per year, correct?
Yeah, per fiscal year, each member does one, and it can be a webinar.
Okay.
Usually I email those out, and if it applies for, if you can use it for that purpose, then
I was going to say, if you are interested, the state conference through Missouri Main Street, which would go towards your continuing education, starts July 31st, I believe. It's in Kansas City, so it does multiple days. You don't have to go there every day, but they do have different seminars. So if anybody's interested in going to that, I think we have 6 people signed up right now, including myself.
And
so
I may add
Yeah.
myself to that too.
Okay.
So that'd be, what, 6 or 7 of us?
And then I did want to say, too, we're actually hosting in Washington November 7th this year. Missouri Main Street will be coming to town bringing roughly 200 to 250 people, we're hoping, for it's going to be a 2-day conference for myself, but it's mainly a 1-day conference for anybody that wants to attend, hosting at the Jesuit Hall. I don't have the topic just yet, but that is one of the easiest ones you guys could attend. It'll probably be like a 9 to 4, if I had to guess, a 1-day deal. And that should be able to cross off, if I'm not mistaken,
Correct.
your criteria. So, and it's going to be right in your backyard. So if you want to go to that, Mayor, I'll probably have you get with you later, have you come speak at that if you would. So
What's the date?
November 7th. So we're already blocking hotel rooms and Airbnbs and things like that for people. So
Great.
should be a good turnout.
And what is the, you have to have one program, but is there like a certain number of credits per program, like that's a short one or a long one? Or?
No, it just has to be one,
Okay.
just one course,
Okay,
or a webinar, or you can, sometimes you go to 3-day events. It's
Mm-hmm.
just one thing.
okay.
You can always get with Jamie or myself and we're pretty up to date on most of the stuff that you have to do, so.
Okay.
Okay, curb appeal. I know last meeting we talked about
Andrew was going to.
nominations, correct?
Yes, Andrew was going to be compiling that list, and I believe he's out sick. So curb appeal and creating new history, we just have to push off till our next meeting.
Okay. Budget report, do we have a budget?
We haven't spent any money.
If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, there's 5,000 is what we normally do?
I believe,
I looked at the budget
Okay.
recently. Didn't know you had a budget.
Okay.
And I saw a line item for historic preservation, it was $4,500.
Okay.
So what we do with that, I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you, just in the past, what we have used that money for, and Brian, you could probably speak to this, you've been on for a while. We helped pay for the cemetery sign a couple years ago, I believe. It was used for plaques around some of the buildings downtown in the past. Jamie, do you remember anything? I think we donated some money
Yes.
for
donated for the 100
the centennial
year,
or the,
yes.
or whatever that was, so.
Yeah, we did a number of plaques on historic buildings,
Yeah.
dozens of them, and that used the entire budget for 3 or 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
And then the one year we donated the entire budget to the cemetery
That's right, yep.
sign, yeah.
Carolyn has talked about wanting to try to get signs downtown.
Mhm.
So I would think that could be used for that.
For like
We
each
can get that
district.
done For the district.
Yeah,
yes,
I think
to
that's
label those.
would be a great use.
Mhm.
So how do we go about implementing that? I mean, do we just say, hey, we're gonna spend some money and we ask the city for a check, or, how do we get?
Unfortunately, Sal always took care of that and
Okay.
has moved on from us, but we will look into that and find out what steps we need to
Okay.
take to do that.
But we as a committee can decide, hey, we want to spend this money towards this, and then we let somebody at the city know, yourself, and say, hey,
Correct.
we'd like to do this. What do we have to do to get it done?
Right.
I think last time we talked
I mean, the
about it-
district sign sounds like a really good idea, really.
Yeah, I think last time we
Yeah.
discussed it, we were just waiting possibly for something with the finalization of like the.
The Shoe Factory
Shoe Factory
District,
District?
yeah, I think it is still currently in the works, believe it or
Okay.
not, so,
Because I'm sure it's something we'll want to have them all made at one time.
I would think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think most people wouldn't even know they're in a district, which I think would be good for a lot of people, including the people that live there.
A lot of people that live there
Takes-
do
take-
not realize they live
Take a
in
little
the
bit more
district.
pride in where they
Yeah.
live, right?
Add some community.
Well,
pride.
especially when you see it during permitting time.
Right,
Yeah,
a lot
they
of
have no
people-
idea.
Yeah, exactly. They say, I'm in a district, I have
Mm-hmm.
to do this.
I live in the downtown. Range.
I mean, we could piggyback on somebody else's project too with that $4,500 too. I mean, that's a possibility. So, plenty of stuff to do downtown for sure.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see, budget report, informational plaques for historic buildings. What did we talk about last
Kind of
time?
the same project. Yeah, we kind
Okay.
of ceased that really to move on to other larger sign
Okay.
projects.
I have a question about that. Does this group still work on individual homes that would qualify for the National Historic Register? Andrew had mentioned to me that a couple years ago, like way before the pandemic, that you guys did that. Like you reviewed certain homes as they,
Do we help them through the process? Is that what you mean?
yeah. Or do you nominate them for anything?
I don't know. I mean,
Since I've been sitting on here for the last 5 years, I haven't done anything like that. Now, if you wanted to sit down and individually do it, I'd be happy to do it with you. You
Yeah,
come
I-
to my office and I could help you with that. It's a process.
Yeah,
So I think we could coach and help, but I don't,
Probably what he was talking about was the review that we got a grant for, where they named a number of homes on the historic
Yeah.
district. But when they're in tandem with doing, with getting basically getting like a survey done of all of the neighborhoods so that they could do like the Shoe Factory neighborhood. Part of that to begin was nominating some homes and figuring out who was
Okay.
eligible, who wasn't, and who was already on the register. And I think that some of that happened during that, but that was actually a consultant that we used, so we didn't do it like ourselves.
okay.
but I'd be happy to sit down with you and
That'd be-
figure it out with you because
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've even done it. I know it's a process though, so.
Yeah.
does anybody have any idea how many homes we might have in Washington that are on the register?
If
It's
I'm
probably not that-
mistaken, it's don't we have the largest number of homes of any city?
Yeah, I know,
We all know of a whole bunch of them that aren't on there yet, that could be, so we could really have a lot.
yeah, and as far as like commercial buildings, I know for downtown, the 3 that I'm only aware of are the ones that my organization's involved with, which is the post office, the farmer's market, and Gottfried's Cabin. So as far as residential goes, I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, I don't know
Those
that
three
either.
that you just listed are on our local landmark. Are they also registered with the state?
Yes, yeah, because anytime if we ever do any upgrades or anything to the building, we just need to inform the National Registry. That's part of an agreement of being on the registry. So to your point, Deanna, being on there is a lot of pros, but there can be cons too. And I don't want to
Yeah.
speak really badly on the cons, but there's hoops you have to jump through. But as far as the pros go, there is grants available and things like that too.
Well,
So
And it preserves, it can help us preserve
absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
the main thing.
Yep, you got that right.
And
Yeah.
put some restrictions on some of the old buildings. And, as a homeowner, I've got an 1881 that I'd love to not, somebody else not tear it down when I'm done
Right.
with it,
Right.
Yeah.
or do something weird with it.
I think that's something we can certainly help somebody with. I don't know how we work
I'll
as a
check with
committee,
you,
but
And then maybe, that might be something I'm interested in.
And I don't know, Jamie, does Charles have a list on the GIS map maybe of what's, oh,
Do you
yeah,
know,
you're
Sarah?
Sarah, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, I don't know, but I wrote that down.
Okay.
Into that to see if we have it. I know our districts are on a map, but I don't know if
Yeah.
specific houses are.
Right, thank you.
And there's no other group or commission in Washington that does that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Calvin Theater, that's been on there for a long time, and we just kind of,
I
No
feel like we
report
should
on that.
maybe take that off.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. We've beaten the dead horse long enough. We can't do anything else as a commission.
right.
It just gets Carolyn
Maybe
all
take
fired
that
up.
off.
Oh, so she wants it on the list?
I think we should.
Maybe it won't fire up if it's not on the
Put it
list.
back on the list.
Right.
She'll probably ask, was something done with the Calvin Theater? Next meeting.
She's
Okay.
probably listening
Let-
to
yeah,
all
I
the
think-
right now saying, leave it on.
I've been to, this is like my 4th meeting, and we haven't talked about it at all, other than, hey, there's no news here, so,
Or even when we talk about it, there's not much we can do.
yeah.
If anyone ever hears of an update, certainly bring it up,
Yeah.
just to get everyone up to speed.
It'd be great if we had, that's a huge project, and, $4,500 here and it's gonna take a lot more than that, unfortunately. So you just need to find a private owner that's willing to
We need
put that
another
kind of
song.
money into something, huh?
We need an Undersol
Yeah, somebody, so.
or a Hoffman. No,
Yeah.
no.
So, yeah, it'd be nice to get that preserved or turn it into something,
Take up a-
maybe not a theater, but something that had different type of use or something like that. But that's a lot of work to do that.
So who owns it now?
Is the Stroth camps.
Okay, and they don't want to sell it or anything, or they just want to, they had it for a really long time?
Yeah, probably about 15 years, 15, 20 years probably.
Only
Sounds
15?
about right.
Yep. Yeah, we've had many conversations with them over the years.
They did
Got
get the roof fixed, which was a major, major issue.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
But I've heard the interior is in very, very poor shape, so,
At least it won't.
Well, that can go a long way to preserving it too. That's probably the most important thing.
right.
And who has the box office? Is that Downtown Washington Inc.?
No, the Historical Society owns, well, I don't want to say they own it, they're in possession of it.
Okay, good.
I think that's, does anybody have any new business?
I wanted to bring up a
Oh,
comment
here, we
from,
got other business too here. Oh, that's for the next meeting.
you ready to go to other business?
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
to any,
I just wanted to read an email from Carolyn. She wanted to express some concerns that she may have. It's nothing that we've approved or anything, but I was just going to read an email from her that I got. She's worried about the U.S. Bank building. It looked as if the picture she saw online, I guess, part of the brick facade was painted black, similar to the other buildings like the Missourian building in the entertainment district, I guess you could say. She feels it changes the look of the mid-century 1950s building with the majority of the facade of being brick, which really, contributes to our style of brick town. So it's nothing we have voted on yet, or you guys have voted on yet, I should say, but she just wanted to bring up her concern. I'm sure there's going to be a design review come in at some point with what their plans are. But she just wanted me to bring that up to you all, to just kind of keep that in the back of your head, that when that does come up. I'm sure personally, and just speaking on my behalf, not Carolyn's behalf, I believe when the Greifes do come up with a design review, I'm sure it'll be nice. But just be ready for your comments and concerns too. And I think that's what Carolyn's trying to express as well. So I told her I would bring that up at the meeting tonight.
on that project, were they keeping any of the existing building, or was it a brand-new building now?
For the U.S. Bank building?
Yeah.
From what I've seen and talked to, there's going to be some modifications. It's mainly going to be
So
interior.
they were keeping some of the building then? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, I don't think they want to demo anything.
Okay.
I think a lot of it's going to be interior, but I think what Carolyn's concerns were potentially were the facade of that building. So
Are they trying to keep the mid-century modern look or no?
I don't want to speak to that just because I'm not 100% sure. I mean, she's put some renderings online, just like social media and stuff like that. But since we don't have a true design review yet, I'm not 100% sure. So
Do we know if they're using any grant money for that, or if that's all private funds?
I'm not sure.
If it's grant money, then you can say yay or nay on the
Right.
design review.
Right. And obviously, I think they'd be willing to listen to, this commission's concerns. But again, I think Carolyn just wanted to bring it up tonight, and I told her I'd bring it up to you all, just to be thinking about, so.
Yeah, I'll have to,
Have they submitted plans to this commission?
Not yet.
Or is there any kind of mandate? Did anybody do that ever?
Yeah, to get a city permit, you have to. If it's in the design review area, we have to review it.
Okay, gotcha.
They did submit the other project. I don't know, are they still going forward with that? The same,
From what I understand, yeah.
Which one?
Yep.
where the old Missourian is,
Oh,
across
yeah.
from the alley?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think you guys voted on that about a year ago,
about a
maybe?
year, yeah. I didn't know it was, I think the rendering that we saw had a lot of the containers and things
Mhm.
stacked, and I
I think they got rid of that idea.
think they got rid of that, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, anything that has to be permitted through the city, it's mandatory review, voluntary compliance. So,
Volunteer what?
voluntary compliance, in other words, we just hope that they,
I would say
Listen.
though, for the most part, this commission has been really well-tooled in educating those that have come forth, expressing concerns, wanting to keep things historically accurate. So I would say within 5 years I've been on here, there really hasn't been a lot of pushback.
No, a lot of people do. I mean, they take the feedback sincerely.
Right.
so, I mean, it's-
yeah.
Great to hear.
Yeah. But there always could be that one concern. You just never know.
Yeah.
But I think that's why we're here to educate
Yeah.
others on those issues.
So what year was that US Bank building? Was it the 50s or 60s?
I don't
we
know,
know?
Joe.
Probably 60s or late 60s,
Okay.
I don't know.
maybe early 70s.
Yeah,
It was built when I was a kid, that's all.
okay,
When
okay.
would that have been?
60.
60s.
Okay, anybody have any other business? All right. right, our next meeting is Tuesday, November 12th, 6 o'clock, same place.
November?
That's what it says on here. Is that correct?
We don't have an
That's
August?
not correct, no, we
I think
have.
we usually have an August meeting, don't we?
Yes, I apologize,
There's-
it's my fault,
So it's August?
fixed. So it will be,
I thought you mentioned something about the August meeting. I'm not sure what it was. I thought I saw something you mentioned and something about the August meeting.
It's August.
She said we could postpone.
Jamie, would it be August 12th? That's what I have in my calendar.
August 12th, correct. I
Okay.
know why I did that now. We had, admin call down to make sure that we were doing Tuesday, November 12th instead of Monday because Monday's Veterans Day. And I said yes, and then I was in the middle of doing minutes.
Ah,
and I started
gotcha.
the Things, and I guess I just typed that date in.
Okay.
Yes, I apologize. Monday, August 12th.
So Monday, August 12th.
Yes.
Okay.
I will get that updated and make sure that's in the minutes.
Okay, do I need to ask for adjournment, a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's adjourned.
Great job, Joe.
Yeah.
Man,
That was tough work, wasn't it?
you're like a pro.
I don't think I liked it.
It's like,
It wasn't hard, but I didn't like it.
it's like herding cats, wasn't it?
Go, Jeff.